Everybody, it's Invicta. It's time to Eden Run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance Plus series. Thank you all very much for all the support. Happy Wednesday. Hopefully your midweeks are going off to a great start. We are definitely starting off to a great start because we have a hilarious meme of the day. Once again, brought to you by The Simpsons. Over on the subreddit. It was posted by someone who has a bunch of Roman numerals in the name. I think it's either 6926 or it's 1 6 12 6. There's a lot of sixes there. Title thread was Sin trying to take the soul of Isaac to the dark chest in episode 1. Yes, this does depict me trying to actually take it and then walking through every single door and picking up another pill when I didn't want to. So thank you very much to the Roman numerals person on the Invicta subreddit and everyone who upvoted that one. It's been a while since we've seen the Barney Moe meme, and I'll take it. It's been too long. Few days going to be, is that a binge eater up start? I think it is. Golf 9 Alpha November, Charlie Golf Delta 2. We got binge eater. What is this here? Oh man, well this is interesting here because we have binge eater, but we now also have blood rights, which could be absolutely massive for us for a hard carry item. Binge Eater, of course, is going to give us the, essentially unlimited stat ups. It's going to take any item pedestal that drops and turns it into a food item. It's either going to be one or the other. And then from there, should we take that food item, that's going to give us a massive amount of stats, including a stacking damage buff and a huge heal over time, which is going to allow us to play stuff like, say, the Sacrificial Altar or the Sack Room. Not Sack Altar, but Sack Room Shuffle. Are you kidding me with this dip right now? Like, dude, you're not. Okay, thank you. The Binge Eater start here. The first time we're seeing it in Repentance. Oh my goodness. I mean, it's hard to choose here. Inner Eye versus Binge Eater. Oof. I'm gonna go Inner Eye. Basically, because the multi-shot is nice. And we're going to have many Binge Eater opportunities here. So, yes, we do need damage. Yes, we do need tears. Binge Eater, unfortunately, does not give us tears, and it also reduces our movement speed, but it's worth it. It's definitely worth it here. So I use Blood Rights because I don't feel like dealing with this in the low fire rate, but the floor, the potential is here for us to actually make some killer plays, and I would love to hit the Sack Room Shuffle. Again, having Blood Rights is essentially, this is kind of a return to form, an old Blood Rights run when we used to have lots of HP, lots of ways to heal it. Binge Eater is going to give us a big heal every single time that we take one of the Binge Eater items. And on top of that, we're also gaining HP, we're gaining HP containers. So on top of getting the heal, we're getting more HP to heal, and then we have more HP to use stuff with. So it is a never-ending cycle of damage stats, and speed downs. Kind of mad that actually hit us there. But as you see, our damage so far is not incredible yet. Yeah, we're setting we're laying the groundwork here for this run with Inner Eye and also with Binge Eater. And it's going to start paying off for us in dividends soon. Thank you. You have no HP. Yeah, so this is a perfect example. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here. It's going to take a little bit to get here, especially with us starting off with some movement speed down. I'm going to go into the Seeker. I'm going to go into the Sack Room Shuffle and just tap it once. Nothing big, nothing spectacular. We're going to go all the way back to the boss room. Grab the Binge Eater item. That's going to heal us to almost full. But on top of that, it's going to give us another HP container. Like so. So now we get even more stats to play with. We get a big damage up. We get shot speed up. We get a movement speed down, but it's worth it for us. And now we can go in here and tap it a couple more times and gain nothing because we don't have enough HP. That's okay. We got 2 cents, and who knows? Who knows how big that 2 cents is going to be? Hey, it's 5 cents. It's enough to buy a soul heart. I don't remember what was inside the shop. But as you see there, the stacking buff that we get from Binge Eater, it does wear off after a while. We can YOLO this here. Not a great YOLO. What I was planning on doing was going to bomb. We could have bombed for the Super Secret Room, but c'est la vie. Wait. Wait.
Gulp. Health down. Hematemesis. Luck up.
I'm going to keep the health down pill just because it might come in handy if we go down to 1 HP. We got on to last week's question of the episode, brought to you by Dog2335, who was asking, is Suicide King worth spending a life on if you have it, depending on what treasure room you're in, or is it just not worth spending at all? So Suicide King, it is, I think the best place for it to use is if you have a reroll item, a reroll pedestal in there. Something that you can get some kind of value out of, because you can't really rely on Suicide King to give you a good item, right? Suicide King is a card that's going to kill you, and it's optimally, you want to have an extra life. I forget to use it frequently because I'm just so used to not using it, which is not a good excuse, but it still happens. You play Isaac as long as I have, you get used to things. There's a lot of things that it's just reflex, you know, and sometimes I do forget. I have such an aversion to certain items and pills and cards and stuff that it doesn't really make sense in my mind to ever have to use it ever. But at the same time, if you were to use Suicide King and you had the HP for it, or you had the life for it, and you had the ability to reroll, or if you were in like a secret room and there was a reroll pedestal or something like that, or even a devil deal, yes, it can help out a lot. I wouldn't suggest using it in a devil deal unless you have Goat Head, though, because you could be screwing yourself out of being able to get back in said devil deal, then ultimately losing all your items. But if you have a way to re-enter it, then sure, it's definitely worth it. The Bumba. I can use the Bumba there. I'm going to use the Bumba here, though. And maybe catch one trite. Yeah, we got one of them. The 2 Soul Hearts I'm definitely going to be taking. Yeah. And we also have the Fool card. Not going to need the Fool card. I'm keeping the health down because it is possible that we might find a devil deal that could take us down to 1 HP, and then we can use the health down and turn it to a health up pill, which will actually be beneficial. It doesn't count as Binge Eater, obviously, but hey, it's better than nothing. So the health down pill could redeem itself. But obviously the big problem that we're going to be facing in any Binge Eater run is going to be the lack of movement speed. So getting any kind of movement speed upgrades is going to be very needed. I will use Blood Rights to just not have to do this room. We still haven't found our item room yet, by the way. So let's go fight the boss now. My God, this pin. Pin's gonna give us at least an HP upgrade, which is nice. But we want tiers. We want tiers, we want shot speed, we want movement speed, movement speed, movement speed. Pin jumps again. I might use Blood Rights on him. There we go. Get HP or damage. Well, Binge Eater gives us damage and shot speed and other things, so there's no reason to take just a flat-out damage upgrade. Yes, I will take Twisted Pair. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. I will use our only 2. Don't do that, by the way, but I'm halfway being funny, but also halfway, like, serious. I am not walking through that maze every time we go through there. I'd rather not deal with the headache. Okay, so let's go find the item room. And we're guaranteed a Binge Eater item in there, just because that's just how it works, because Binge Eater's the best. Binge Eater's the GOAT. We all know this. Okay, that pink champion, not a fan. Twisted Pair, of course, is going to give us not 1, but 2 familiars that are going to be firing out at the same rate that Isaac does at a reduced damage rate. But if our damage gets high enough with Binge Eater, they can be a powerhouse. And they're always great for applying tier effects. Get Jacob's Ladder. We get even something like, say, Tech Zero. It's a good item. Twisted Pair is almost always going to be good. Binge Eater. We kind of, I mean, if we wanted to go into the shop, we could, but there's no reason to. Can't really afford anything except a bomb, and I doubt that that's going to play any role in this. I'm going to end up sticking with the health card now, or the Fool card. We don't really need the health from Binge Eater, or from the health down pill. And, yeah, this will allow us to get out of a challenge room, which is way more important. You have everything in here? Did. Oh, man. Get a library. Yeah. The library is going to be nice because we have, well, Binge Eater. So let's wait on that because that's 5 Binge Eater upgrades that we can get. Or get the Bookworm transformation. But Binge Eater is obviously going to be our pony in the race there. Because, again, damage, damage, damage. Our damage is not very good right now. But it's something that we can build up. The real big problem is our lack of tiers. Combined with lack of movement speed, it's not a good look for us. But there's a sack room here, so we can do a sack room shuffle pretty much guaranteed with all of the HP upgrades that we can get from the library. We only need to spend 1 key in there because we have how to jump. So we're just going to do this right now. We have a Fool card as well, so we can get out of this challenge room for the mob trap room. Go do that real quick. This hair is tripping me out. Oh, yeah. We have to be full HP. That's right. Herp derp. Herp derp. All right, so let's go get the how to jump here. Blood Rights is still good. I think that Blood Rights is still going to be our pony in the race here. So we're going to take how to jump. I'm going to try not to use our keys, but it's probably going to happen anyway. Thing is, we got to time it with Binge Eater, too. There we go. Okay, so I'm not going to grab the other ones yet. Our base damage before all this was 3.20. Here's our chance for an angel deal. We'll get taken to the angel statue. Okay. You got to be careful with Binge Eater too. That's something that I've talked to Zombolis about. I really dislike having Binge Eater pedestal just make you take it immediately. We will not get a Binge Eater pedestal from the angel key, I don't think. Honestly, don't remember. Binge Eater not giving us a damage upgrade? Binge Eater should be giving us a stacking damage upgrade, but it's not for some reason. Unless they change something that I don't know about. Because our damage was 3.20, and we've taken a Binge Eater upgrade. Or am I no, you know what? I'm stupid. Well, I know that we're gonna waste our last key here, so it was 3.20 when we went into the sack room, so we should definitely get a damage upgrade now. Oh, there we go. Okay. I'm gonna keep Blood Rights because Blood Rights is going to be a very big damage upgrade for us. Not upgrade, but it's going to allow us to deal a lot of damage, courtesy of all this HP that we're just going to be inundated with, thanks to Binge Eater. Now, if our damage doesn't change from 3.20, then they definitely nerfed Binge Eater, and that was something I did not know about. Which would be a bummer, but let's see. As you can see, our movement speed is starting to really, really slow down here because of all the Binge Eater pedestals, but at the very least, we're still going to have a ton of HP. We can still use a Fool card to get out of the, here. Yeah, okay, yeah, so I was just stupid, yeah. They didn't nerf Binge Eater, thank God. Got a key, another key, and a Fool card. Yeah, I was just being stupid. Because that would absolutely kill Binge Eater if they made it to where you can't, you don't get the actual damage upgrades. So 6.20 is our big time damage. We just need some tiers, need some movement speed. we can use blood rights to just destroy everything right now, and not really have to worry too much about using it, just because we have so much HP. There's so many ways that we can actually re-heal all the damage that we're causing with blood rights. Ooh, that was close. And the shop and the item room have both spawned in the same position here, almost anyway. Binge Eater. Yeah, this is going to be working out here. This is what I'm talking about, baby. Once again, we see pay to play or pay to win, and I don't really want that. We should go grab a key, but we've got one here. Secret room should be maybe here. Yeah. Key beggar is going to be key deader. Yeah, as you can see, our shot speed is through the roof. But we should be sitting at, I think, a 7.20 damage upgrade now. Down goes Gertie Jr. No big deal at all. We do not need more shot speed. So we got a full rack of hearts here. Now, the only thing that this does is this does expose us to getting bad damage on our red hearts, but because we now have no room for any soul hearts, but who cares when we got a build like this? And something else to consider as well, remember, if there is a sack room, we're going to be able to play the sack room pretty much to completion on every single floor, which compensates us for the bad damage that we do take if we do take red heart damage due to the lack of space for soul hearts. This is just no problem at all. Binge Eater. I think some mapping would be nice, and we legit have a pretty decent shot at getting boss rush. I know that sounds insane, but at the speed that we're clearing everything with, who's going to say that we don't have a chance? Secret room's going to be here. We have no speed upgrades, unfortunately, but Bumba. Thanks to the counterfeit penny, we'll be able to get some money back as well. Yeah, that is truly powerful. I am going to go for blue cap because we need a tears up, and it still gives us 1 HP. All right, here we go. So we got a very good opportunity to get boss rush now. Got to find our fool card. Look how much damage we're doing here with blood rights. An item that we don't really get to see a whole lot of, because it is a little risky. Obviously, using your HP for damage is, normally a bad thing. However, with Binge Eater, we don't have a whole lot to worry about. We just don't want to overdo it now. There's a sack room shuffle here for us. Sun card heals us to full. We can just go ahead and just do this right now, because with Curse of Lost, I mean, who knows how long it's going to take us to get back here. Some Bumbas. We do go into the Angel deal here. Grab Binge Eater and Binge Eater. There's really no point for us to do the rest. I mean, well, that's not true, because we could get some coins here with the counterfeit penny. Definitely down for it. So we're starting lots and lots and lots of money here. This is an all Binge Eater run. Okay, so we don't have the Fool card yet, but we've already found Mom. Let's slow our roll real quick on the blood rights usage here. And we're up to 63 cents now. That was up from like no money at all. Counterfeit penny really paying off here for us. Okay. A little heal there, so it buys us another use of blood rights. Here's our fool card. Okay, so let's go into the shop. Let's go into the boss room. Let's go beat Mom real quick. Look at the shot speed, dude. 3.08's pretty high. Our base damage is still 8.20, which is phenomenal. I don't know what these with the book of virtues. I'm not exactly sure what our wisps do, other than just fire. I don't think they destroy anything, or they do the Necronomicon effect if they get hit. Shot speed's actually insane right now. Oh man, the first binge eater run of Repentance Plus. There goes our angel deal. Yeah, we'll just take the shield here. Get hit right at the last second. Oh my god. Libra? Yeah. Libra is going to change a lot of things here for us. So Libra will compensate for the lack of movement speed and also the lack of damage and tears rate. Which means ultimately we're going to be dealing way more DPS than we were a second ago here. I mean, I saw Jacob's Ladder there and I was tempted, but this helps compensate for Binge Eater a lot. And we're still going to get the benefits of having Binge Eater and the stacking damage buff and everything, but now we don't have to worry about the associated movement speed down. What's going on here? Oh, there's two of them. Book of Revelations. Binge Eater. So that was an all stats up there, as you see. And turning Binge Eater into an all stats up with Libra is just... It is mint. Okay, where's our store here? Curse of the Lost. We've been floundering around for a while now. We've been every which way that I can see. Haven't been in the curse room. Go in there real quick. And yep. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't balance out our shot speed with Libra. It would be nice if shot speed was taken into consideration with your tears rate and damage and such. But for some odd reason, it doesn't do that. Brother, I have no idea where our shop is. At this point, I don't even care. Curse of the Lost wins that one, but you can't bring us down here. Binge Eater run, Binge Eater Blood Rights run, shoot. Now we do have the 4.5 volt, so I'm not opposed to getting a better spacebar item. Ooh, I mean, that's tough because this is shot speed plus tears. And it's a permanent. It's also a permanent. I mean, it's an all stats up. Like that's what Libra's doing here. What are you? Huge growth. So many wisps right now. Thanks to the... Oh my god. Yeah, with this shot speed, we got to be very cautious with the clown physics. But what's nice about the Book of Virtues here is that it's also creating a wall of orbitals that's going to at least help protect us from bad red heart damage. But I mean, red heart damage is going to be inevitable here. We can hit from across the universe right now with how much shot speed we got. 3.28. We're at 99 cents as well. Moniko's power would be a dream. But obviously, with sort of bad movement speed here, it's going to be a little bit tough, given our lack of mobility. We can make up for that by, and we have a big chance here. Not only to get some more heals, but also to get a Devil Deal item. This is pretty much guaranteed. Of course, it does that. We're gonna have to hold off on the Demon Judgment for a second while we try to get some more HP here, which we are guaranteed to get off of the boss. And I like these Red Heart builds. You know, people talk about how we don't see enough Red Heart builds in Isaac. They don't really see me going for a lot of stuff. And, you know, there is a reason for that. Namely, because obviously it's just better to get for Devil Deals. It's harder to maintain the Devil Deals or Angel Deal chance when you have nothing but Red Hearts. But at the same time, whenever we do get a run like this, you feel almost indestructible, right? And it's not just because we have, you know, a solid item with a solid synergy with Libra and Binge Eater, but also because we just have so much HP that we can just heal it. It's regenerative HP that we're working with here. Oh man, we gotta take Jello with 4.5 volt in this build. Yeah. Unfortunately, Empty Vessel is just a pure waste right now, so we're not gonna take Empty Vessel. I will take the Binge Eater upgrades. Then we'll go back into the Demon Judgment and see what we can get. Yeah. If it doesn't pay out, then we'll just move on. But Jello 4.5 volt with this build, I shudder the thought. Pentagram or a Binge Eater. Shot speed is now 3.88. It's a lot. Another Curse of the Lost. You can't stop us, game. Don't even try. Now the real question is, will he remember to even use Jello when we have a build like this? I wouldn't mind have gotten Flying or something like that. Even Lord of the Pit would have been nice. But as you see here, despite how many Binge Eater items we've taken over the course of this run, we're still not moving at a snail's pace, and that is thanks to, obviously, Libra. And Libra is a great equalizer here for us to ensure that we don't get too slow while still maintaining our damage upgrades from Binge Eater and allowing us to take more Binge Eater items. And Twisted Pair is firing off as many shots as they can, and they're keeping up. I mean, now in terms of our wisps, of course, they're trying their best. I'm not going over there. Curse of the Lost strikes again for the 3rd time in this run. But we got a vault here. Got Quantum Physics just bouncing everything all around. We got Bombas, we got Jello, we got 4.5 volt. And 99 cents. Had nothing to do with it. Yeah, that is a stupid amount of projectiles we've got. And it's only going to get better. I mean, the fact that we have 4.5 volt and Jello now ensures that we'll have unlimited use of Jello against any boss that we want. Only thing is that our base damage is still kind of bad for how many Binge Eater items we have, but remember, they're all being balanced by Libra, so you give and get. And one thing we've been giving is our effort here. And one thing we've been getting is just nothing but dead ends because of Curse of the Lost. There you go. If we need to just roast something real quick here, just bring out the boy. Bring out the man, Jello. Oh my gosh. What's even funnier is that Jello brings the wisps with him from Book of Virtues. Might as well take your soul if we do happen to get a double deal, which I don't think we're going to, but if we do, we can don't have to pay for it. No red hearts to speak of on this floor, and honestly, it's kind of a blessing because if we still had blood rights, I would have absolutely nuked our HP just to save myself the inconvenience of, you know, fighting things here. One thing we just need now, just to combine with our inner eyes, is some kind of tier effect. And Binge Eater. Oh, Shoop to Whoop would be interesting with this build. I think the 4.5 volt, I think the Jello with 4.5 volt is still more powerful though. Try to get me. I am error. The judgment.
Judgment.
I think I'm going to take Binge Eater. Magician card for whenever if we do get in trouble here, we can use it against Isaac or Blue Baby, but I think we're going to be okay. Look at the absolute insane tiers we've got. There's no way I'm going to pass up an opportunity to fight Hush with this build. No way. I mean, this is going to be crazy. Like I said, we don't have overwhelming stats here. What's this going to do? Gives us an all stat up and a key. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, I will take Rotten Tomato. Compost ain't a bad shout, but it's not. It's not better than Jello 4.5 volt. Put some more money, lots of money in here actually. We're making some pretty good donations back in our donation machine. After dinging it towards the tail end of Repentance, it feels nice to be able to put some back. A Binge Eater. I'm actually going to take the range upgrade here because it is going to give us permanent stats. It's a Libra. As you see here, we just have no movement speed problems at all at this point. All right, so this should be interesting. 4.5 volt Jello, Binge Eater, Libra. Let's see what happens here against Hush. Yep. Don't know where he's at, but he's not happy. Didn't even see those red flies down there. There's so much red on the screen. Just look at the stream of damage coming out from Jello. Yep. I mean, that just look at this. Look at the velocity, the sheer amount of shots coming out of all these Jellos. Who the hell knows how many Jellos we got there? But it's got to be at least 8. Man, oh man, Repentance Plus bringing the fun out. Something in the air, you know? Something insanely fun over this past week and still going. And it's going to be like this for a while because there's so many changes of items that we get to look forward to. So many broken runs. I mean, who knows what we're going to be seeing. As we keep on going here in Repentance Plus. The possibilities are endless. Think about more items that they can change. They just add to the game and, man. Build is absolutely bonkers with a 4. If you're on a run where you have a 4 shot speed, you have been doing something that shouldn't have been happening in the game. Either you got Binge Eater or you got some insane luck. Excuse me, with a whole metric butt ton of shot speed upgrades. But this is we tap and it goes through the wall. Imagine if we had Continuum that and freaking Lump of Coal. Man, oh man. I think you're a little outgunned here, Isaac. It's a tad. just a little outgunned there with all these jellos. And on top of that, little portal. So this is the first time we're going to get to see Little Portal. I am going to grab him, even though I don't know what he does at this point in the last level. But we're gonna at least see. This will be my first time ever actually seeing Little Portal, including during my testing. I never got to see the room. So if we can get some pickups here. Oh God, this might actually crash the game now. So I think it's 4. I think it's still 4 pickups for Little Portal. Oh my, no. Tech X would ruin this build. We wouldn't be able to fire it automatically, so it would actually ruin it. This is getting out of control now. Okay, so it should be 1 more pickup, I believe. Or maybe not. Might be thinking of the old Little Portal as well. Eater. And Binge Eater. Okay, so yeah, so they increased the amount of charges to like 12, I guess, or something. So what the new Little Portal can do is it will spawn a portal to an alternate room, essentially an alternate dimension that is completely unique. The Little Portal, and what will happen is that you can drop anything in that room. It's kind of like an Ender chest for Minecraft. It's always going to be available as long as you pay the fee to go back into there with Little Portal, and it is an absolute game changer for anyone who wants to store items. That room lasts forever, unless you somehow get rid of Little Portal, which I don't think you can. I don't think it will expire or anything like that, Binge Eater. I just want to see the room because I actually don't know what it even looks like. Although some people have been seeing it before me. Kidney Stone, I guess. I mean, we are Zeus Almighty right now. Yeah, here it is. So look at that. So anytime we want to, we can come here and drop things. This persists through the entire run. And then to get back in there, we just go back into the little portal room, or we can create a new one on the next floor if we wanted to. This is absolutely insane, the shot speed. I think we're actually capped on shot speed. I mean, this is... Here. Oh, God. Imagine... I mean, Yumheart makes us actually invincible. But Jello's funnier. I should have just taken Binge Eater. Jello is funnier. We are actually Palpatine here at this point. I ain't talking about Rey. Man, oh man, what a fun run. Absolutely, positively mollywopped the entire game. Despite the, I'm gonna try out the new milk too. Despite the silliness with the Curse of the Lost, man, oh man. One to remember for sure. So if you enjoyed this video, everyone, make sure you click the like button. Don't blink. I'm just gonna stay over here. I mean, we are firing. This doesn't even look like Isaac. Of course we're gonna fight Delirium. Come on now. I believe it was episode 3. Somebody posted in the comments about how often we've been killing Delirium now since the expansion came out. And it was a very welcome change because obviously there's no reason. And technically speaking, there still really is no reason to go fight Delirium yet. But the point remains is that I actually want to because we're breaking more runs. We're having more fun, getting better items, and it's just been a blast. Like, I want to keep playing. I just don't want to do like a 4-hour-long video unless if it's an Omega run, which I'm sure that's coming. We'll see if we can get another Omega run before the end of the year. But with the Delirium portal now being active after Mega Stand, we no longer have to worry about the Mega Stand block. That was a change that, of course, I welcomed. I'd like to think they did that change because of me. But I don't know if I'm important enough for that. Just being able to play Isaac and still find this level of joy out of it after so many years, it's so refreshing. Like brainstorming all the craziness that we can do, man. It's just theory crafting with builds and everything like that. You know, I can't even talk about like how much fun it's going to be to break down like Isaac classes and multiplayer, that sort of thing. You have like your support Isaacs, you got your damage dealing Judas builds. I mean, there's all kinds of things. The world of possibilities have opened up for Isaac now. We're just getting started. Our shot speed is now 5.08. Remember how I said if your shot speed is 4.08, you've done something wrong? If your shot speed's 5.08, then you're actually cracked. I mean, it's like we don't even have tears anymore. We're just firing lightning now. Hello, Cookie. See what you're doing. I see what you're trying to do. You're not gonna be able to bring me down on this one. Mr. Fred is Mr. Ultra Dead. And, Binge Eater. I mean, how can you look at this run and say that Binge Eater is not an incredible item? I know that some people say it's a boring item. But it's undeniable that it is strong, and it makes for me anyway, it makes for a fun time. You're practically immortal. You have unlimited stats. It's only limited by how many item pedestals you want to pick up. That's it. With all that HP, you can do so many fun things with it, especially if you have something like Blood Rite, for example. Good lord, man. Shot speed is now 5.48, and we still haven't found Delirium. That's going to be a full clear. I know I could be using a little portal right now, but we only just got it in the chest. There's no reason to load up that room. It's good to show the functionality, though. So we got to pay the portal price here, and eventually you'll gain access back to that room. But we got Delirium here. I don't even think I'm going to be able to get enough time to get Jello out here. This is a war. This is just a flat-out just dogfight right here. Look at this. The shots that are coming across the screen are incredible. I can't even, I mean, it's instant charge on Jello. Look at that. What a run. Thank you for watching, everyone. What an absolutely insane run that was. Tell me that you didn't have fun on that run. Love me some Binge Eater. Love me some Isaac. Love me some Repentance Plus. And thank you very much, Mosh Pit, for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And as always, I will see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Like, thanks to pages of mine like Crypto14, Kyle Smith, and FaZe David. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find over at patreon.com/Invicta. Actually, Kylie Smith. Sometimes I switch it up and say Kyle. Thanks, Kylie.